Hey, what's up? You might remember me as that kid who did that review on Prince Daddy and the Hyenas, Cosmic Thrill Seekers, and said it was marginally worse than I thought he didn't even like leaving. I just wanted to come back and say I was wrong. um, Sorry, I looked kind of a mess because I've been ill recently, but I was wrong so much so that I wanted to do a comeback video on a different channel to say that I do really like this album now. It's definitely one of my favorite albums. I went to see Prince Daddy and the Hyena live, and it was really good. One of the best nights of my life. I got to talk to the supporting band. They gave me a cassette. It was a really good night. So I just wanted to briefly talk about some stuff that I like and dislike about the album, because I got the privilege of talking to Gregory, the lead singer, about CTS, and especially because I'm interested because I write my own music now, so it's just nice to see what's going on inside the mind of someone who made one of my favorite albums. So yeah, I'll get what I dislike first out of the way. I disliked how the vocals came in on I Lost My Life. I think they came in way too strong, especially because I know Kory can sing a lot sort of softer. It's demonstrated throughout the album that he can sing a lot softer, and we will get into some about the singing in the interview. But it just seems a bit jarring, especially for first-time listeners to the album, or just first-time listeners to Prince Daddy as a whole. And secondly, I disliked how corny some of the lyrics were. The lyrics in the album are good as a whole, but some of them are just not really good, and it sucks because it takes away from the really good lyrics, especially in the closing song, Wacky Misadventures. There's some really good lyrics, not especially sort of deep analysis-wise, but good in general. I think it gets its point across very well. But lyrics like "I could shouldn't use a new background on my phone" take away from those lyrics. I know Prince Daddy is quite a tongue-on-cheek band. It's not like they're not trying to take it too seriously, but when you have lyrics like these, it sort of can take away when they are being serious. So yeah. Anyway, I think someone in the Facebook group did an essay about the lyrics for their university or college, I think. I did read about half of it, and they were comparing it to the lyrics being poems. And do I think CTS is poetic? Absolutely not. Are they good lyrics as a whole? Hell yeah, definitely. I would definitely say so. So thirdly, I don't like Trying Times that much. It's not bad. It's just repetitive. On the last chorus, they do a key change, and Kory cannot sing this at all. Don't do key changes. You can't sing. Okay. And that's my criticisms. I'm not saying that my music doesn't have flaws, because it has so many more than CTS. But I just wanted to point them out. What I do like, the composition of the album is amazing. All the instruments of the album are extremely well placed. I don't think I'd change anything about it. I especially like the use of glockenspiel and the guitars that complement the vocal melody. It's just really nice. I like it a lot. And in Eslam Merger, where the brass comes in the end, I just lose it. It's just really good, phenomenal. Also, the album feels like it has a consistent theme throughout. It makes you feel like you're sort of lost in space, like you want it to be. And it makes you feel like you're trying to get back down to earth. And at the end, it's just an epic finale. It feels like the middle of the album is the middle of the album, which is good. I really like that it has structure, because a lot of albums nowadays won't go well. Albums in the scene will go for it, but maybe not sort of popular albums will go for a structure, and especially because this is like a concept album, it will go for a structure. But there's so much more I want to talk about, really, but I really want to get into this interview with Kory. Unfortunately, my audio did not record, but his did, so I'll pick out what I thought were the most interesting questions and interesting answers, and lay out for you. So here it is. I hope you enjoy.
the umbrella of like Wizard of Oz or space as like a means to like make my vocabulary cohesive throughout the record definitely helps. It definitely helps like make it give me some direction, but at the same time I feel like it was very organic and natural, and it didn't really take much like pushing myself in one way or the other. I feel like I was already kind of organically there. Yeah. I'm not trying to I want to give you an answer because I don't want to leave you hanging, but I also don't want to spoil I don't want to spoil anything. Uh it is significantly darker. It is I'd say thematically revolves around mortality. And I'd say if the acid trip was the catalyst for me writing CTS, then almost dying in a car accident was the catalyst for me writing LP3. I think I'm the kind of person where like first off, I don't write songs until I write an album, if that makes any sense at all. I like I'll have I have to have an album conceptualized before I write a song, or else it just feels like writing a chapter, like chapter 14 of a book that I don't know what the book's about, if that makes any sense. Which make like it doesn't really make sense to do that for me. So like I write the album in my head and then I start writing songs that fit into the album. But I feel like as once that album is conceptualized, my inspiration from songs is very immediate. Like I'll be like I'll be listening to a song and be like, I want to write a Tony Hawk Pro Skater song, or I want to write. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very intentional. It's very immediate. It's not like, I mean, I guess there's certain things that like peak out. Like I have this problem where like, not a problem, but like melodies that are like familiar to me, but I don't know where they come from, will come out in my music, and then they'll be out for a year, and I'll be listening back to old music like that from my childhood or like formative albums or something. I'll be like, oh, of course, like of course that good melody I wrote was not original. Of course, makes perfect sense. What do you think what do you think that sounds like? It definitely does, right? It sounds like Sesame Street or something, right? Okay, with the melodies on that song specifically, like that whole song, I was going for Sesame Street. I was going for like something like that with the melody because I want it to be like a punk song with. I want it to be like a really lighthearted punk song. I guess it's not lighthearted lyrically, but like lighthearted melodically. Right. Honestly, most cases for me, that's how it is too. Honestly, like I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna write a Oso Oso song right now, you know, but then it'll come out and it'll just sound like fucking Everclear or something, you know, like Slip. Slip was my attempt at writing an Oso Oso song. Honestly, if I'm gonna be totally on like real with you, like Slip was like I really really love Jade's songwriting. Like he's one of my favorite current songwriters, and uh I was listening to probably Unahan or something, and I was like, I want to write a song that would fit into this canon. And Slip was that song, but I don't think it came out that way at all. Yo, honestly, that's a really good question. That's a really, really good question. I think I have two answers. I think I have two contradicting answers that are both somehow true. I think definitely with I thought you didn't like leaving 100% that I did that because it's all I could do. Like at that point, I was insecure with I was insecure with my spot in this community in general because I didn't really have a spot at that point. You know, like I wasn't involved. That was my point. So I feel like with that record, it was 100% me doing that as a crutch, like because I was too afraid to actually try and sing in front of people and like potentially get rejected or whatever. So I kind of like relied on the whole slacker rock vibe, which I'm not shitting on. I still like that record a lot, But yeah, I definitely use that as a crutch, the slacker rock thing. But with CTS and with future songs, I'm definitely trying to get more comfortable and secure with experimenting and exploring different sonic playgrounds, if you will. Yeah, I really had a lot of fun like on CTS Forever. Like those the verses in that song, I think are the parts of the record that I'm most proud of. That I just not even like musically, just personally, the fact that I was able to do that in front of Scoops, our producer and stuff, I just think was a big step for me mentally because I'm pretty socially anxious and insecure with a lot of things. That be, my vocals being one of them, especially now that Mr. Someone has posted on the internet. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Oh, absolutely. Uh, I feel like we'd be in a much different spot as a band if we had a different singer. Honestly, I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful to be where we are. Like, honestly, I'm very grateful to be where we are as a band. But I think we'd have, as they say, the suits and the industry backing. I feel like where we lack with that is because I don't have that accessible of a voice. I feel like it definitely either takes getting used to or you just will not like it. And I get that. Like I definitely am not like, what the heck? You know, like it makes sense. It definitely makes sense to me. But it's not gonna change. That's my voice, you know.